A major payout promise and a union president now calling it crumbs. Tonight on our news, what some public service workers actually received after weeks of protests. The paychecks are in and the union isn't impressed. Why strike action may be next. Also, the country watched the numbers, but the voters who live there have the final word. We'll tell you what Golden Isles expects from their newly elected representative. This as official numbers are in. Golden Isles voters have spoken, just not many of them. Joshua Williams breaks it all down. Then in our news at 7:30, a massive change to Junkanoo as groups won't be disqualified under new rules. We'll tell you what's in the 44-page overhaul coming up. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kendino Knowles. Tonight, a payout promised by the Prime Minister isn't sitting well with civil servants, and Bahamas National Alliance Trade Union Congress President Belinda Wilson isn't mincing words. She says workers got crumbs from the Prime Minister's table, and for weeks, civil servants marched and protested on Bay Street and outside of the Prime Minister's office, all frustrated by grievances and delayed salary payments. And you may remember during one of those demonstrations in October, Prime Minister Davis told the crowd that thousands of workers would receive their money before Christmas. But today, Wilson says what actually landed in workers' accounts was chump change.
Civil servants received crumbs from Prime Minister Davis's table in the amounts of $150, $200, $341, respectively, and others said they received nothing, zero.
Now, the saga has dominated headlines for nearly a month, with cabinet ministers, opposition members, and union leaders going back and forth. Things seemed to cool off after Wilson delivered a formal letter to OPM received by Communications Director Latrell Ramming, but the Union Alliance says they're still waiting on an official written response. So, will we see more protests on Bay Street when the House of Assembly returns next week? Well, Wilson in that same voice note says that depends on a poll the union launched today.
The poll will close on Friday, November 28th, 2025 at 3 p.m. The results of the poll will determine the way forward.
The Golden Isles by-election is officially over, the fanfare has faded, and now the real work begins. And while the entire country was locked in on those polling numbers, it's the people of Golden Isles who will live with the final result. Our Danielle Miller hit the ground today getting resident reaction to Darren Pickstock as their new Member of Parliament.
2 days after the Golden Isles by-election and just 1 day after Darren Pickstock was officially declared the new Member of Parliament, residents say life in the area has returned to normalcy. Today, we spoke with several constituents about Monday night's outcome. A few residents told me they're optimistic, saying Pickstock has already begun addressing one of their major concerns.
Was they pave most of from Glassroom up to Carmichael Road. That had been bad for like plenty years. So that was really one of the main issue that needed to be changed, and it's been done for I think like 2 weeks now.
Yes, one of the issues that I had was the roads, and I can say that the MP, he jumped on it immediately, and that is a step in the right direction.
Tiffany Sawyer agrees the roads were handled swiftly, but for her, security is the bigger concern.
Over the years, I've seen a lot more persons move into the area, which has caused a lot more traffic to build up, especially in the mornings. So it's also a safety concern with me being a resident, so I'd like to see maybe some CCTV and on the lampposts just so I could feel more secure in the area.
But despite the newly paved roads, the sidewalks, and the clearing of overgrown bushes, not everyone felt persuaded to cast a ballot. Senior resident George Austin Thompson admitted he did not participate in the by-election, citing an impending general election just months away. He told me that while Pickstock did a good job as a candidate taking care of the area, he's waiting to see what kinds of progress the new MP will deliver.
I couldn't see. It's still yet to be said.
Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, thanks so much for that, Danielle. And still on Golden Isles, the official numbers are in and they confirm it that Darren Pickstock is a member of Parliament-elect for that constituency. But the big story tonight isn't just who won, it's also who didn't show up. The Parliamentary Registration Department releasing final tally this morning, and it shows low voter turnout with barely half of registered voters coming out to mark their ex. Joshua Williams has the breakdown.
Following the official recount of votes cast in the Golden Isles by-election, Progressive Liberal Party candidate Darren Pickstock is confirmed as the new representative for the area. He will fill the seat that was left vacant after former Cabinet Minister Vaughan Miller's untimely passing in late September. This morning, Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson broke down the numbers.
We have Mr. Brown from the FNM, 1,637 votes. Brown, 1,637 votes. Ms. Butler from the Independent, 16 votes. 16 votes for Ms. Butler, Independent. Mr. Pickstock, PLP, 1873. Pickstock, PLP, 1873. And Mr. Roll from COI, 352.
3,884 ballots were cast, but 6 were spoiled, giving us the total of 3,878 counted. But perhaps the biggest story, the low voter turnout. Just 49% of the voters showed up at the polls. Lower voter turnout was also an issue in the 2021 general election when only 65% of residents voted. Thompson says they're a bit baffled about the numbers.
Because we thought that would have been much more persons voting, particularly in the by-election, and all the energy was focused on one constituency. I understand they were saying that they don't see the need to vote in the by-election because the general election should be held within the next year.
The Boundaries Commission has yet to release its report, as rumors swirl about several possible constituencies.
I don't think that would affect voting. I look forward to the general elections, to the percentage going up high like we did in the past. Yeah, they would have to transfer. And my team is ready for that. We are planning ahead of time.
Now, Thompson says there are over 196,000 registered voters, the largest ever. He hopes to see all of you at the polls come general election. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much for that, Josh. A 25-year-old man is dead tonight after stabbing through Hepburn Estates off Cowpen Road early this morning. Police say they found the man around 3 a.m. unresponsive with a stab wound to the upper left chest near his armpit. Emergency medical services was called, but he showed no signs of life. Investigators say the victim lived in an apartment complex with another male friend. An argument reportedly broke out and the friend began throwing the victim's belongings outside. After the fight calmed down and the victim sat on the porch, police say the friend went inside, grabbed a sharp object and stabbed him, the man collapsing just a few feet away from the door. A 32-year-old man is now in custody and assisting with the investigation. And a Bahamian woman who blinded and disfigured her romantic rival in a brutal acid attack will not have her sentence reduced. The Court of Appeal has dismissed her bid for leniency. 66-year-old Pandora McKenzie is serving the maximum 7-year sentence after being convicted in 2024 of causing dangerous harm to Stephanie Brainin. The court heard McKenzie carried out the planned attack on November 2nd, 2020, luring Brainin to her Grand Bahama home. Her husband, Edward DeVoe, invited Brainin over in hopes of proving to his wife that they were not having an affair. But during that discussion, prosecutors say McKenzie threw acid in Brainin's face and then went for a cutlass. DeVoe tackled and disarmed her before she could use it, though. McKenzie's lawyer, Bjorn Ferguson, argued the sentence was too harsh for a first conviction, but the Court of Appeal ruled the maximum was justified, calling it one of the most serious incidents. All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Gideon, and a happy hump day, everybody. It's pretty nice on the outside this Thanksgiving Eve. Of course, that's a big holiday in the United States of America. But it is going to be pleasant on the outdoors. 79 degrees with a few clouds, east winds at 8 miles per hour. Your feels like temperature is at 78. Temperatures right now around the family of islands. We are in the mid to upper 70s. 76 in Freeport, Grand Bahama, as well as in Marshall, Barbacoa. Pick up a pair of 77s, Alistown, Bimini. Great Harbor, Keithbury Islands, 78, Nicholstown, Andros, 79 here in the capital and over in Governor's Harbour, Eleuthera, 80 degrees in Kemps Bay, Black Point, Exuma Chain, then down in Georgetown, Exuma, 77 there, 77 also in Arthurstown, Cat Island, Coburn Townsend, Salvador, Port Nelson, 78, Deadman's Key, 79, and it is Southeast Bahamas. 80s once again in Duncantown, Rygat Island, Delectable Bay is 79 in Kern Hill, Cricket Island, Abrams Bay, Meguana, Providential, Turks and Caicos Islands, 81s, and 82 degrees is what it feels, what the actual temperature is in Inagua at this hour. Satellite radar composite, ridge of high pressure across our area from the Atlantic, that's backing out towards the east, that's paving the way for a frontal boundary that's taking shape across the Gulf of Mexico and North Florida. That will bring us some showers and some thunderstorms by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, with that front moving into the northern Bahamas. Should be getting through the capital by Friday morning, and that will continue to sag into the southeast, central and southeast Bahamas. But behind that, we have a strong high pressure that's going to be building in. So we're looking at some very rough, hazardous marine conditions as well as some beaching. So make sure you do act accordingly for the next couple of days. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us, look at the tropics, and your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, the Bahamas enters the world of 3-on-3 basketball. Hear who makes the cut and where they're headed next.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here. You got to catch the next show here in London. I'm just leaving my Airbnb here in London because I only stay at the best places when I'm in London. But I'm going to have Bahamians on the show. That's right, Bahamians doing big things here in London, and also going to take you to some of the sites all around London. Whatever I can show you, I'm going to show you, all right? So catch the next Charlie Bahama show right here, Cable Bahamas, channel 212. Charlie Bahama show, every Friday night.
What do you get when you're searching for the whole truth?
Less than 24 hours after the body of 12-year-old was discovered on a track road on Faith Avenue, police say they...
You get the most comprehensive half hour of news.
Breach of the party's constitution. That behind.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by Tantier Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's Joan Mark Nutt. Let's do show. 3-on-3 Hoops hoops, one of the fastest growing sports in the world. You've seen it everywhere from the Olympics to the Big Three. Now you get to see it played by Team Bahamas for the first time.
The team of Kadeem Colby, Jackson Jacob, Quema Gibson, and Dylan Musgrove are set to face the top countries in the Americas region in Leon, Mexico. The event includes 20 men's teams competing through qualifying, group play, and a knockout round. 3x3 is played on a half court with a 12-second shot clock, 1 point inside the arc, 2 points beyond it, and first to 21 or the leader after 10 minutes wins.
Marlo Pinda highlighted a talented group for Bahamians against regional competition in Suriname. The Bahamas Equestrian Youth Squad is back from the Grand Caribe Suriname 2025 competition, and the team returns home with a podium finish from Pinder. She led the way for Team Bahamas with a bronze medal performance in the elite 1 meter class, riding Malika to a third place finish. The rest of the squad, Caitlin Russell, Madison Miller, and Maria Yacelli, all made their Grand Caribe debuts in the Espoir division.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s Foundation is currently hosting another edition of its Little League, and it may just be the start of some big plans ahead.
The New York Yankees all-star second baseman continues to search for new opportunities for community outreach, and according to his agent Mike Rodriguez, plans for a major development here at home.
That'll do it for our sports. Stay tuned to our news at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as a volcano that's been dormant for 10,000 years erupts in Ethiopia, grounding flights and blanketing villages in ash. Plus, a show of force in Caracas. Supporters of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro hit the streets after a new U.S. terror designation. And U.S. holiday flight bookings fall. Americans were set to break travel records this Thanksgiving, but we'll tell you how the long government shutdown changed everything when our news returns.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Hey, it's your boy Charlie Bahama here. You got to catch the next show here in London. I'm just leaving my Airbnb here in London because I only stay at the best places when I'm in London. But I'm going to have Bahamians on the show. That's right, Bahamians doing big things here in London, and also going to take you to some of the sites all around London. Whatever I can show you, I'm going to show you, all right? So catch the next Charlie Bahama show right here, Cable Bahamas, channel 212. Charlie Bahama show, every Friday night.
What do you get when you're searching for the whole truth?
Less than 24 hours after the body of 12-year-old was discovered on a track road on Faith Avenue, police say they...
You get the most comprehensive half hour of news.
Breach of the party's constitution. That
behind me is what remains of the Victoria Court apartment complex.
Our news at 7.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Volcanic activity at Ethiopia's long-dormant Haile Goubi volcano has now subsided days after a rare eruption covered villages in ash and disrupted international flight paths. Officials in the Afar region say residents have been coughing and livestock can't find clean water or grass, prompting mobile medical teams to be dispatched to remote communities. The eruption forced airlines to cancel dozens of flights, including more than 11 Air India routes. One geologist says this is the volcano's first recorded eruption in 10,000 years. High-level winds carried the ash cloud across the Red Sea toward India and China, with skies expected to clear late Tuesday. Supporters of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro took to the streets of Caracas on Tuesday, marching alongside Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello in what the ruling Socialist Party called a civil-military police mobilization to defend the national flag and the country's sovereignty. The show of force came just one day after Washington designated Venezuela's Cartel de los Soles as a foreign terrorist organization, imposing new terrorism-related sanctions on the group it says includes Maduro and senior officials. Venezuela's government slammed the move as ridiculous, accusing the U.S. of trying to control its oil and gas resources. A record number of Americans were expected to fly this Thanksgiving, but the 43-day U.S. government shutdown put a dent in one of the year's busiest travel seasons. AAA had projected 6 million domestic flyers, up 2% from last year, but bookings started falling after the shutdown passed the one-month mark, with the sharpest drop coming when the Federal Aviation Administration ordered flight cuts at 40 major airports. By November 24th, bookings for the 5-day holiday period were down 4.5% from a year ago, after starting the month up 1.5%, according to aviation firm Cirium. Some airlines still expect strong numbers, banking on last-minute travelers as confidence returns after the shutdown. Nearly 477,000 children in Cuba, Haiti, and Jamaica are still facing major disruptions to their schooling 3 weeks after Hurricane Melissa slammed the Caribbean. That update coming from United Nations spokesperson Stefan Dujarric, who says many schools remain damaged or closed, forcing students into temporary spaces not built for learning. The United Nations Children's Emergency Fund is now working with local governments to deliver supplies and repair schools. In Cuba, kits have been pre-positioned for 21,000 students. Haiti has received 2,800 school kits, and in Jamaica, up to 100 temporary learning spaces are supporting 10,000 children. The UN estimates Hurricane Melissa impacted more than 5 million people across the region. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was November 26th. Then in our news at 7:30.
The Progressive Liberal Party's Darren Pickstock has been named the official winner of the Golden Isles by-election. For more details, stay tuned to our news tonight.
Plus, no more disqualifications. Junkanoo is getting a makeover. From judging to costumes to weather protocol, we break down the big changes when our news returns.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients, working remotely when I'm from home. Internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 1940, Dame Joan Augusta Sawyer was born in Georgetown, Exuma. She would go on to become Chief Justice and later President of the Court of Appeal. 2 years later, in 1942, the Commission of Inquiry into the Burma Road riot called for major social and political reforms, including one man, one vote. In 1962, Bahamian women voted for the first time, and in 1981, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Air Wing was officially formed. Then in 2011, the first ever Battle for Atlantis tournament tipped off at Paradise Island, and finally in 2012, ground was broken for the French Leave Resort in Eleuthera. To learn more about the events that shaped the day that was November 26th, head over to rnews.bs. Lyndon Pinling International Airport already reporting a major surge in passenger arrivals. This is Thanksgiving is practically here and Christmas right around the corner. Airport officials say arrivals are on track to surpass last year's numbers as travel picks up and hotels already reporting strong occupancy. Speaking on the sidelines of Porter Airlines' inaugural flight to the Bahamas, Nassau Airport Development Company President and CEO Vernice Joaquin told our news the traffic increase is clear.
Very encouraged because clearly Americans have decided that irrespective of what else is going on in their economy, travel is important to them, especially at Thanksgiving. So we're fortunate to be able to benefit from that demand. They're coming here in large numbers. Our hotels are telling us that they're doing very well for this Thanksgiving season in terms of occupancies, and we can see it through the airport. Just last Saturday, we had a 6,600 passenger arrival day. We haven't had one of those since July.
And Joaquin says they're keeping up with the demand thanks to additional staff and new technology, including improved security screening and mobile passport systems to speed up departures.
Particularly on the departure side, we continue to look at how we can refine the security screening process, working with our partners at the Airport Authority, and they've done a phenomenal job. They've invested in new equipment, which allows for more people to move through more quickly and with less need to divest of everything, that sort of thing. And so they've added more staff, and so the process, I think, has been improved dramatically. Over the summer, we had very few complaints.
All right, Nardovato Emmanuel, he was at that inaugural flight ceremony today. He's got a full report coming up in our news at 7:30. And if you want to watch that one that you just saw or any of today's top stories, you can visit rnews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Up now is Italia Holm. She's got the latest headlines. Italia?
Ken, looking at that airport just now, I'm ready to go. Ready to go on a flight.
That would have been a happy hump day surprise.
Yeah.
If you would send me the confirmation booking number, I would have been glad about it.
And Thanksgiving is in just a few hours, Ken. Are you ready to eat your ham and turkey?
I'm a bit jealous of some of our colleagues who get to be there. Get to be in America at this moment.
We won't call it a day.
With the Americans. I won't say who they are, but hey, I wish I had a confirmation email in my inbox today.
All right, thanks so much, Ken. And don't forget, stay locked into our news every week from now until December for your shot at driving away in a brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, the ultimate giveaway. Brought to you by Our News, Alive and Auto Mall. To learn more, head over to ournews.bs to learn how you can win. Good luck. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News at 7:30.
The Progressive Liberal Party's Darren Pickstock has been named the official winner of the Golden Isles by-election. For more details, stay tuned to Our News tonight.
Also, a milestone moment at the Lynden Pinland International Airport as Porter Airlines makes its inaugural flight to New Providence, signaling new airlift and expanded travel options for visitors and residents. Plus, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper is declining to comment on reports of unpaid staff at the Grand Lucine Resort. And later, Junkanoo groups will no longer face disqualifications from the major parades. The newly formed National Junkanoo Committee has rolled out updated rules. The story when Our News at 7:30 returns.
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Mora's Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Mora's The Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now.
Go to doctors.
3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, in Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Somewhere's got it going on, yeah. Somewhere's one-stop shopping is here. In the family, community, for me. Southwest Plaza, come shop with us. Shop, shop, we've got so many stores. Shop, shop, our prices are right. Come spend the day, bring the family. Southwest Plaza, come shop with us.
Are you or a loved one?
Welcome to Our News. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. The official numbers are in, confirming Darren Pickstock is the Member of Parliament-elect for the Golden Isles constituency. The Parliamentary Registration Department holding a press conference this morning to release the official numbers. They showed a low voter turnout, with barely half of the registered constituents coming out to mark their X. Our Joshua Williams reports.
Following the official recount of votes cast in the Golden Isles by-election, Progressive Liberal Party candidate Darren Pickstock is confirmed as the new representative for the area. He will fill the seat that was left vacant after former Cabinet Minister Vaughn Miller's untimely passing in late September. This morning, Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson broke down the numbers.
We have Mr. Brown from the FNM, 1,637 votes. Brown, 1,637 votes. Ms. Butler from the Independent, 16 votes. 16 votes for Ms. Butler, Independent. Mr. Pickstock, PLP, 1873. Pickstock, PLP, 1873. And Mr. Roll from COI, 352.
3,884 ballots were cast, but 6 were spoiled, giving us the total of 3,878 counted. But perhaps the biggest story, the low voter turnout. Just 49% of the voters showed up at the polls. Lower voter turnout was also an issue in the 2021 general election, when only 65% of residents voted. Thompson says they're a bit baffled about the numbers.
Because we thought that would have been much more persons voting, particularly in the by-election, and all the energy was focused on one constituency. I understand they were saying that they don't see the need to vote in the by-election because the general election should be held within the next year.
The Boundaries Commission has yet to release its report, as rumors swirl about several possible constituencies.
I don't think that would affect voting. I look forward to the general elections, to the percentage going up high like we did in the past. Yeah, they would have to transfer, and my team is ready for that. We are planning ahead of time.
Now, Thompson says there are over 196,000 registered voters, the largest ever. He hopes to see all of you at the polls come general election. Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much for that, Josh. Well, a Canadian airline is making the Bahamas its newest stop. Porter Airlines officially launched its first flight into the Caribbean, landing right here in New Providence. The Canadian carrier will offer daily service from Toronto, with additional routes to Ottawa and Montreal beginning later this month. Our Delvardo Emmanuel was at the welcome ceremony held at LPIA.
It was a historical landing here at LPIA as Canadian carrier Porter Airlines launches inaugural flight here at LPIA, welcoming over 100 passengers.
Under blue sky and a water salute, and surrounded by a good old Bohemian drunken rush out, the 132-seat aircraft touched down at LPIA for the first time this afternoon, marking what officials hope will be the start of a strong partnership between Porter Airlines and the Bahamas. The inaugural flight arrived with 118 passengers, many connecting through Toronto from cities like Vancouver and Halifax. Porter Airlines Senior Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer Eddie L. Debs sharing his excitement.
Nassau is our first destination into the Caribbean. Porter's operated since 2006 with a focus on Canada and the U.S. markets. And we're very happy to be here today.
The service from Toronto will operate daily through the winter, with flight time just over 3 hours and 15 minutes. Starting December 13th, Ottawa will see 6 weekly flights, and later this month, Montreal will connect 3 times a week. Tourism Minister Chester Cooper, who led a multi-city trade mission in Canada early this year, says they've been reaping great results.
We see significant demand coming out of Canada. We're 65% ahead of where we were in 2023. We're consistently outperforming this year what we did last year. This is exciting for us. Canadians are looking for new and exciting warm weather destinations. In our missions, they've been able to really see a lot of what we have to offer.
Nassau Airport Development Company President and CEO Vernice Joaquin says more airline choices means more resilience in the industry.
Is a way for us to diversify the base of airlines that serve this airport. Airports globally are always looking at how they can diversify because you don't want to be overly dependent on any single airline. And so the degree to which you can have added capacity, particularly from a marketplace that's important to you, that's what Porter means to us. So the Canadian market is very strong.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvardo Emmanuel.
All right, such an exciting day. Thanks so much for that, Delvardo. Well, Tourism Minister Chester Cooper is facing growing concerns and questions tonight about delayed salaries for Grand Lucayan workers on Grand Bahama, but he's remained tight-lipped on the issue. The minister was pressed at the Lynden Pinland International Airport during celebrations for Porter Airlines' inaugural flight after reports surfaced that employees have gone without pay. The opposition claims staff were notified of the delay without any clear explanation. Earlier this week, Free National Movement Shadow Finance Minister and East Grand Bahama Member of Parliament Kwesi Thompson called the situation a national embarrassment, pointing to weeks-long delays that he says are creating financial hardship for workers, contractors, and vendors. But when asked for an update today, Cooper offered no response.
No comment on Grand Lucayan. The OPM will speak to it.
For the Grand Bahama Shipyard, this as its brand new 2XL floating dry dock called East End arrived at the Freeport Harbor over the weekend, drawing crowds to watch the massive structure come in. The dock is 357 meters long and 70 meters wide, and leaders say its arrival marks a transformational moment for the shipyard. In a statement, CEO Chris Earle says East End will boost cruise ship docking and retrofit capabilities, with operations set to begin in early 2026. Now, a second, even larger dock, Lakayan, is expected later in the year. The new dock can lift up to 93,500 tons and comes equipped with 4 cranes and advanced control systems. When both docks are fully operational, the Grand Bahama Shipyard is expected to become the world's largest and most capable cruise ship repair facility. A man accused of illegally buying firearms and shipping them to the Bahamas is facing charges in Florida. 22-year-old Brian Simeon faces charges of unlawful dealing in firearms, unlawful sale of ammunition to a prohibited person, and unlawful possession of a machine gun. Simeon was arrested following a sting operation after he sold multiple firearms to an undercover agent. Simeon is being held without bail. Well, Junkanoo groups will no longer be disqualified from major parades, according to new rule changes laid out by the recently formed National Junkanoo Committee. The rules and regulations will cover both boxing and New Year's Day parades. Group categories, costumes, judging requirements, and inclement weather protocol are all outlined in the 44-page document. Speaking on the sidelines of COLIC's multi-year sponsorship announcement was National Junkanoo Committee Chairman Andrew Pinder.
For this parade, there's no disqualification. All right, for the same reason that fairness is, we've had a group that lost sponsorship. Today, registered there are 8 groups, okay, in the A category and 14 in the B category.
So instead of automatic disqualification for certain violations, there will be a standard penalty-based system, allowing judges to address infractions in a measured way. This new rule book, the latest step by the NJC as it takes over the management of national parades from the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence. Culture Minister Mario Boleg has faced his fair share of criticism over the formation of the committee.
The new rules has nothing to do with me. That's the parade management team and the parade management committee. The minister never gets involved in rules and regulations that govern Junkanoo. We only financially supports Junkanoo. So any question with that, you'd have to take it up with Mr. Hanna, who would have had several meetings with the Junkanoo groups, and they would have come to a decision on the rules that would govern them moving forward in these 2 parades.
All right, well, Commonwealth Brewery Limited, CBL, announcing COLIC's multi-year sponsorship of Junkanoo in New Providence today. The major partnership underscores COLIC's commitment to Bahamian culture, national pride, and the continued growth of Junkanoo across the Bahamas. Sales Director at the brewery, Carlos Sanz, says the partnership will last 4 years from 2025 to 2029, and amount to a 6-figure deal.
As Junkanoo's longest-standing partner, we have a duty to ensure that Junkanoo never sleeps and that these parades, the pinnacle of our cultural expression, not only happen but thrive every single year. This covers the Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades, plus any official festivals and events that surround them. We believe that wherever there is Junkanoo, it's only fitting that COLIC, the sound of the cowbell, is there beat for beat.
Also present for today's announcement was Culture Minister Mario Boleg. He shared that more companies in the private sector should take a page out of Commonwealth Brewery's book when it comes to sponsoring Bahamian culture.
Commonwealth Brewery Limited has long demonstrated that they understand the value of investing in Bahamian culture. This agreement is another chapter in that story, one that strengthens our cultural institution and reinforces the importance of private sector partnershiping and building a stronger Bahamas.
All right, such good news. Well, lovely weather on this Hump Day Wednesday. Wondering how the rest of the work week will go? Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look. Greg, what can you tell us? I'm ready for those chilly, cool temperatures.
Gotta go Freeport first.
I'm going home soon.
We're gonna get some cool temperatures. We should see some 70s across that area, but the real cool air mass will step across the Grand Bahama going to Bimini area. But we will take what we could get, so enjoy. But it is very nice on the outdoors right now. 79 degrees, few clouds. Winds out of the east at 8 miles per hour. Those winds will continue to fall off with the clouds. Less clouds out there. Nighttime temperatures will fall rather quickly. 8 degrees is what it feels like on the outdoors. Satellite radar composite. The ridge of high pressure that extends out of the Atlantic across our area. That's going to back out towards the east. That's going to be paving the way for this front. This one here, lots of showers and thunderstorms in the Gulf of Mexico. That will continue to spread across Florida tonight through tomorrow. The front is expected by tomorrow evening actually into Friday morning. That will bring us some showers, some thunderstorms, and then high pressure behind that will generate some very strong breezes. So boating and beaching for the next couple of days will be a no-no. So make sure you act accordingly. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. We'll tell you more about the tropics and your extended forecast still to come.
Still to come in our news, our series with Automall continues. This time, the company tells you how to maintain your vehicle. Our Daniel Miller has the story when our news returns. Stay with us.
The best affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any Live Fiber Infinite bundle, Trio, or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt into Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown.
The road to the ultimate giveaway continues right here on Our News. Automall, Our News, and Alive are teaming up to celebrate decades of service and community impact. One lucky winner will drive away this holiday in a brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, part of a campaign that also marks Cable Bahamas' 30th anniversary. Automall has provided you some top of the automobile brands in the world, but have you been taking care of your vehicle rather? And our Daniel Miller's Automall adventure of the night, she returns to their garage to speak to the company's service manager about the importance of servicing your vehicle.
Now, I have no clue what I'm doing underneath this hood, but that is why I bring my vehicle to Automall for servicing. And Lenny tells us why it's important for us to keep up with our scheduled maintenance days. I presented service manager and technical trainer John Lenny Henderson with this important question. How many times a year should I service my vehicle?
Manufacturers are all different. To give you an example, Hyundai is 6 months or 5,000 miles. But the sentence behind that is important. It's whichever comes first.
Lenny says it's important to follow the suggested service guidelines specified by the vehicle's manufacturer. Failure to do so can result in a hefty service bill caused by oil buildup.
I see a lot, and it only takes 1 year, like 2 missed services, and the oil begins to sludge up. Then that starts to become, it gets thick and hard crusted, then the engine's going to fail at some point.
His final words of advice: pay attention to the indicators on your dashboard.
And you get an engine check light. The new cars now will tell you an audible visit the dealership.
Reporting for our news, I'm Danielle Miller.
Coming up in sports, we're all about to learn the rules of 3-on-3 basketball together because we get to drape ourselves in the flag and watch. Equestrian Bahamas hits the road, and Jazz has some big plans ahead for the next generation on the diamond.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and a live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. 3-on-3 hoops, one of the fastest growing sports in the world. You've seen it everywhere from the Olympics to the Big Three. Now you get to see it played by Team Bahamas for the first time. The team of Kadeem Colby, Jackson Jacob, Quema Gibson, and Dylan Musgrove are set to face the top countries in the Americas region in Leon, Mexico. The event includes 20 men's teams competing through qualifying, group play, and a knockout round. 3x3 is played on a half court with a 12-second shot clock, 1 point inside the arc, 2 points beyond it, and first to 21 or the leader after 10 minutes wins.
What makes this special truly comes down to what makes Bahamas basketball exciting. If I can be honest, 3x3 is probably made for Bahamians. It's kind of glorified 21. You know what I mean? Where you actually have the ability to get into pick and roll situations, and you actually have teammates that you can pass to. Anyone that played basketball in Bahamas know that we're infamous for 21, and this falls right up our alley.
Marlo Pinda highlighted a talented group for Bahamians against regional competition in Suriname. The Bahamas Equestrian Youth Squad is back from the Grand Caribe Suriname 2025 competition, and the team returns home with a podium finish from Pinder. She led the way for Team Bahamas with a bronze medal performance in the elite 1 meter class, riding Malika to a 3rd place finish. The rest of the squad, Caitlin Russell, Madison Miller, and Maria Yacelli, all made their Grand Caribe debuts in the Espoir division.
Jazz Chisholm Juniors Foundation is currently hosting another edition of its Little League, and it may just be the start of some big plans ahead. The New York Yankees all-star second baseman continues to search for new opportunities for community outreach, and according to his agent Mike Rodriguez, plans for a major development here at home.
We've been in talks with the government over the past couple months about opening up a facility So instead of kids having to go to other countries and train and do that stuff in Dominican or somewhere, to be able to open up a facility here that gives these young men the opportunity to go there and, you know, go to school there and play baseball there and be taught from a higher level, you know, eat there, sleep there, and really chase their dreams.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. 3-on-3 is hot right now. Media 3-on-3 tournament. What you think?
They don't want that smoke.
They don't want that smoke. Y'all know who we talking to. Back to the studio.
When our news comes back from the break, what type of weather can we expect for the rest of the work week? Rain or sunshine? Greg is back with the answer when our news returns. Stay with us.
My name is Atreyu Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Atreyu Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
This holiday season,
This is our news. Welcome back. Beautiful conditions around the islands. Once again, this rinse and repeat cycle is going to last one more day before we see a frontal boundary getting here. We do have a couple of weak disturbances moving in the flow of the wind field. One approaching the Turks and Caicos Islands with a couple of isolated showers and some thunderstorms in that vicinity, and another one right across the northwest Bahamas, sparking a few showers and isolated thunderstorm. But we do expect this front to be getting in here sometime tomorrow. That front is in the Gulf of Mexico. You notice most of the cloud mass out there as well. And that front is expected to usher in a nice temperature dip for us for at least Friday and Saturday before things start to warm up. In the meantime, though, enjoy the weather on the outside. It's going to be beautiful again once again tomorrow as that high pressure slides out towards the east and away from our area. Wider look. We are looking at the tropics. We have 4 days left in the official 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. All's quiet out there. Of course, we have 13 named storms, and we don't see anything brewing out there. And we are going to close out the month of November with nothing much in the tropics. Taking a look at the future forecast, moisture associated with that boundary or that weak disturbance to the north of us across the northern islands will, as I mentioned, spark a few showers and some possible isolated thunderstorm. But here comes the front. That front is expected to move across South Florida by Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, entering the northwest Bahamas with some showers and thunderstorms. And once that front pushes through, high pressure will build behind that. We're looking for some cooler temperatures. We're also looking at some very windy conditions, so boating and beaching will not be advised for the weekend. Boating forecast for the night through tomorrow in the northwest Bahamas. Risk of rip currents still out there. Your winds will fall off light and variable, but out of the south to southeast tomorrow at 10 to 15 knot seas, 2 to 4 feet over the open waters. While in the central Bahamas, east to southeast flow at 50 knots expected, seas running 3 to 5 feet, and we do have some easterly swells affecting the Atlantic exposures. Southeast Bahamas, caution flag in place there. Easterly winds slightly stronger, 15 to 20 knots, seas running 4 to 6 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, you know what tomorrow is? Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving for tomorrow. Make sure you get that turkey and all those side pieces in. 83 degrees expected, warm, but once up front comes through, temperatures get into the 70s. We're looking for some upper 60s to some 70s at night, but by Sunday we expect things to be very nice. We'll be improving the weather conditions, and those temperatures will be back into the 80s once again for next week. That's a look at our weather. Have a safe night. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right, Greg, I'm looking forward to my Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. All right, and with that, we thank you so much for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.